Hi guys, welcome back to the channel this evening. So today I'm going to be drafting out a circular dress and a trumpet sleeve. So that's what we are going to be drafting out today. So firstly, this is the fabric I'm going to be using. I folded it already, so I'm just going to be explaining what I folded here. So you can see that I'm folding this fabric, the right side are facing each other. So I folded it into two. So this is just into two. So and the material I'm using is actually 3 yards, so I'm trying to manage it. So firstly, I folded out 2 yards, which I'm going to be using to cut out both the front and the back. Now the back is not going to be having a zipper, so I'm just going to be using a canoe neck so that it will be easy for me to wear. And probably I'm going to be using a button at the back, so it's going to be easy for me to wear. So that's just what we are going to be drafting out today. So the measurements I'll just be needing now is my shoulder measurement, my bust measurement, and the length of the style I'm drafting, of the gown I'm drafting. So that's just all the measurements you need. You don't need your hip, you don't need your waist, so you just need your bust measurement, your shoulder measurement, and the length of the gown you are making. So let's go straight into the pattern drafting. So guys, I've tried to fold out the fabric, so I folded it in a triangular form. So now I'm just going to be taking all my measurements here. So I told you I was going to be cutting both the front and the back together, so I just folded this into a triangular form. So now let's just take all the measurements we need. So from here now, I'm just going to be looking for where my shoulder measurement is starting from. Now my shoulder measurement is 8. So, and this is where 8 is. So I'm just going to draft out a straight line this way. So from here, I'm going to be taking all of my measurements. So my measurement here is 8. So I'm just going to be coming down by half of an inch. So from this half now, I'm just going to be taking out my round measurement, my bust measurement, which is 7.5. So on this 7.5 point, I'm just going to try to get the same 8 inches. This is it here. I'm going to be connecting this way to get my armhole. So I'm going to be coming in by half of an inch as usual and just connect it down. So now let's work on the neck. So the neck measurement I'm working with is, I said I wanted a canoe neck, so I'm going to be doing 4.5. And I'm going to be coming down by 1 inch. That's because of the front and the back. So after cutting it out, I'm going to cut out my front, and I can actually still make it out here. So by 3. So this is for the front neck, this is for the back neck. So now what I'm going to connect my shoulder slope, which is ½ inch. So I'm just going to, I was supposed to come down by 1, but I came down by half, so that I won't be adding any allowance when cutting it out. So next I'm just going to be taking the full measurement of the dress I want, and I'm working with 35. So I'm going to be adding 1 inch, making it 36 for folding. So I'm going to be cutting this out. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to cut out the back neck first. this is it for both the back and the front. So I'm just going to be bringing out that of the back so I can cut out the neckline for the front. So this is it. So this is for the front and this is for the back. And from here you notice that the back neckline is higher than that of the front, so and that's how it's supposed to be. So I'm just going to be adding a little opening at the back, which is going to be for my button, so that it's very easy for me to wear. I won't have to be struggling in case I make so I won't have to be struggling. So I'm just going to do that, just a little. It doesn't have to be too much, so this is fine. So this is it. So this is the gown. The gown is short, so if I finish making it and I notice it's too short, because this is by 35 and 35 is probably short, so I'm just going to be adding fringe at the edge here just to add beauty to it. So I'm going to be adding probably black fringe or wine. So now for the sleeve, this was the 1 inch remaining, so I folded it this way because I want the trumpet sleeve to be a bit wide, since the dress is not that wide. So I'm going to be using the whole of the 1 inch. Now there's high possibility that this is going to be short for my sleeve, because I think I'm working with 23 inches for my sleeve. So let me see what I have here. This can't be up to 23. Oh, it's 23 actually, but notwithstanding, I'm still going to be cutting out a bit from it because I want to add a fringe to it. I just love that style with the trumpet with sleeve, so that's what I'm just going to be doing. And I want it to be a bit much, so that's why I'm folding at least 1 inch. So I'm just going to be folding it back this way. I wish it could have been fuller, but this is what I have, so I'm just going to work with it. So this is it. So I folded the fabric into 4 now, so I'm going to be cutting the 2 sleeves together. So I'm going to be measuring 8 here. I'm just trying to bring out this. Okay, so I'm working with 8 inches shoulder allowance. So I'm going to be coming down by 4 inches, and I'm still going to be getting down my 8 inch at this point. And I'm going to be dividing this into 2. Now there's a detailed tutorial on my channel on how to draft a basic sleeve that you're going to draft without any bulge and without any excess at the armpit area. So you can watch out that. It's going to be very easy for you to get than this one that I'm doing. So I'm just going to connect from this point to the tip here. So this is just it for the trumpet sleeve. So I'm just going to cut out this. Now this dress is not going to be having any lining. I'm not lining it. It's just a simple dress, just a free dress that you can wear out anytime that you want. So this is it. So this is the trumpet sleeve we just finished making. So let me just cut out this place. And I made a little slant around this place so that it's not going to be too sharp. So that is just it. So let me open it so that you can see how wide it is. So this is it. It's not that wide, but it's manageable. So by the time I'm going to be putting the fringe, it's still going to be giving it a little bit of a volume. So it's going to be very, very okay for me. And this is it. So I'm just going to be joining this to my shoulder line, and that is it. So I'm just going to continue this video so that you're going to see how I finished up this dress. So stay tuned and still enjoy. So guys, I've taken it to my sewing machine and I've used bias. So I did not have bias, so I had to use the main fabric. So I cut out this fabric. I cut out 1 inch of the fabric, then I used it for a bias to turn it. So this is for the back, so this is the opening for the button, and this is for the front also. So now I'm just going to for the front. So you can see that I also turned the front too. So I'm just going to be joining the shoulder this way. So this is the neck, this is the back, this is the front. So this is the shoulder. I'll be joining this way and also join the other side. Then I'm going to be joining the sides, but probably I'm going to be inserting the sleeve first before I now join the side. So guys, this is it after joining the shoulder. So this is how it's looking. So now I'm just going to be joining the sleeve to it. So this is it. So okay, I notched the middle of the sleeve. So this is it. I'm just going to be placing it this way, and I'm going to be stitching it down. I'm going to stitch it down all through. Then I'm going to be doing the sides of the gown. So I'm going to show you the finish at piece.